Peace and blessings, brothers and sisters. Today I want to touch bases on a topic that's near and dear to my heart in regards to the big picture in the political arena. And I notice how a lot of us get caught up in the voting for certain particular political figures that we go out and we vote for. And a lot of times we're not looking at the big picture. And what I'm talking about is, what's the purpose of voting for someone that doesn't have the character? It's pointless of voting for someone who still has the agenda of colonialism. And when are we going to stop falling for the trickery of those who have only the best interest of heart of their people? And when are we going to figure out that they get in positions of political power to continue to push their colonialistic ideologies? What am I talking about? I'm talking about for those of you who went out there and you voted for Trump. Think about what he's doing. You voted for him. He lied. He didn't support the HBCUs. And if those of you don't know what that means, historical black colleges and universities, he lied to them. He lied about not having ties with Russia. He lied about President Obama wiretapping his phone. He lied about that. He lied about medical care, that he was going to make it better, and he's making it worse. Also, let's look at the runner-up for presidency, Hillary Clinton. It is a known fact that she said that she's a Goldwater supporter. If you know anything about Goldwater, he went against the Civil Rights Act. So how was she a better candidate when she said that she voted for Goldwater? Go to my YouTube channel. It's BC Empowerment. The letter B, then C, then the word empowerment. On my YouTube channel, because they fight me a lot on here because I'm pushing this truth. And brothers and sisters already know, they don't want you to know. They don't want you to know. They want you to continue to follow their agenda. They want you to continue to fall in this political web. Listen, from the foundation of this country, if anybody that's out there listening can prove me wrong or what I'm getting ready to say, I'm more than willing to humble myself and say that I'm wrong. From the founding of this country, since when did they ever have our best interests at heart? From the founding of this country, which was founded by colonialism. Now remember, these same people who claim to be Christians are KKK members. These same people who say that they're Christians are also KKK members. This country was never founded with us in mind. When they founded the laws of this country, it was never to protect us. Ever. They never had our best interests at heart. And this is what I'm trying to tell you. So many people call this teaching hate teaching, and they call it division teaching. No, it's not division teaching. It's factual teaching. Because show me in any state where justice has been served, and that has been justice for all. Show me where there's been liberty and justice for all. In other words, freedom and liberty and justice for all. Are you telling me Tillman received justice? Are you telling me Trayvon Martin received justice? So what was that justice in those situations? So it's not about hate. It's about a European ideology that has been passed down from generation to generation. It's about us recognizing what's going on in our communities. and for us to come together as a people and stop looking to Caucasians to save us. Listen to me very closely. This is proof that I'm getting ready to give you in regards to them wanting you to look to them as a savior. What color have we been taught Jesus is for many centuries? Who is the only one in this country that can change a policy that will affect a nation? And what is their ethnicity? And when President Obama was in position, they locked him down. They will not allow him to push any laws without them blessing it. So there is no position in political power where there is a melanated person that does not have to answer to a Caucasian person. Even in the United States Marine Corps, we've had melanated sergeant majors of the Marine Corps, but guess what? There has never been a melanated commandant in the United States Marine Corps. Not one. So yeah, we had a melanated sergeant major of the Marine Corps, but who is ultimately the one that passed the Marine Corps orders? It is a Marine Corps order. So who is the one that has to bless it? Again, you have a melanated person that has to answer to a Caucasian person. No matter what you say, you cannot get around the fact that there is no constitutional manipulation of any laws that can be done by a melanated person. Not one. Even the governors get the permission from the president in regards to what they can and cannot do. That comes from the White House. That power comes from the White House. So even if you have a melanated governor that's in charge, guess who they still have to answer to? They still have to answer to a Caucasian political power. Who do they have as the Attorney General? If any type of affirmative action has to take place, the Attorney General is the one that says yes or no. The Attorney General is the one that entertains that. So we all know that the Supreme Court is the highest court in the nation. So if a melanated person had a problem and say, no, I want to take it to a higher court, do you really think they're going to win? Jeff Sessions is the same one that will not allow Coretta Scott King's letter to be read to Congress. Bernie Sanders is the one that read that. He will not allow her letter to be read. This country was never founded with our best interests at heart. We have to face that. And we have to stop looking to Caucasian people to get in position to save us. When are we going to figure this out? They lie about everything. They lie every single time. They lie. Look at what's going on in Detroit. Do you really think they're going to see those millions of dollars? Do you really think they're going to see that money? Do you? Do you really think these politicians have melanated people in mind? Since when? Since when? Every single time one of the Europeans that are prejudiced get in a position of power, what do? They always overturn an act that has been in our favor. Every single time. Check the pattern, brothers and sisters. So this has nothing to do with hate. This has something to do with a historical fact. Check the historical pattern. The Civil Rights Act deals with what? Not discriminating. The Equal Opportunity Act deals with what? Not discriminating. The 15th Amendment was put in place to do what? For them to not discriminate. So you can look at all these different titles of these laws, and they're different titles, but they all can be conglomerated into one category, and that's not discriminating. So again, We have to start looking at the big picture. When we came over here, we never came over here on equal plane. Every time they pass a law, they halfway pass a law. And they always find a way to get around the law. Yeah, we were set free, but what about the Jim Crow law? What about that? Okay, then they stopped the Jim Crow law. Oh, well, they can't vote. They can't do anything because they're citizens. They're not citizens. So they continuously keep coming up with ways to systemically oppress us. And again, this is not hate teaching. I'm just telling you, you need to stop looking to Caucasian people to save you. And that's just the bottom line. We need to come together and we need to stop looking to man to save us. And we need to simply save ourselves. We need to work. We need to find lucrative jobs that we can earn a substantial amount of income to where we can pass down wealth to our families, even if you're working right now. You know, just like my wife and I, we're starting businesses on the side. You can start your business on the side until you get enough income coming in, and then you can quit that job and you can run your own business. That way you don't have to answer to these bigots. And then you can accumulate to enough wealth to where even if, they did cut Medicare, guess what? You'll have enough income coming in to where if you have medical bills, you can cover that. This is what we're talking about. We're not trying to talk about hating somebody. No, what we're telling you is you need to wake up and stop allowing these people to deceive you when they come into your communities to ask for your vote. Let me ask you something. And this goes for everybody who's an elected official. When do you see them come into your communities before they're running for office? Riddle me that. Riddle me that. Why don't you see them coming down in the communities and asking you questions prior to them being running for an office to be elected? That's my question to you. If they care so much, then why aren't they found until they're trying to run for an office? Why is that? But us, we fall for it all the time. You know why? Because we say, oh, our forefathers, they died for us to vote. But I'm going to ask you again. What's the purpose of voting for somebody who do not have your best interests at heart? They only have a colonialistic ideology at heart. And they're just trying to they just want your vote so they can win. And if I'm wrong, then what is President Trump doing? If I'm so wrong. And again, I want you to truly think about the big picture. The big picture is we have to save ourselves. It started with the white Jesus. Now it's started for us looking for people to be presidents and governors and mayors and senators and commissioners and police chiefs. We looking for all these people to save us, and we still have to fight and try to prove to these people that we're human beings. Gentrification, redlining, gerrymandering. So you tell me. You figure it out. Look at the big picture. Look at what's going on around you. Pay attention. Peace and blessings. Love you.